Hello, hi. Good evening. Good evening to friends from Malaysia, Singapore, or the same time zone, and of course to any time zone outside of the same one. So might be good morning to you, good afternoon, all right. Yeah, a good day to you. Okay. So actually today, this live here, my previous few lives was in Mandarin and with my friend Dr. Go. So today this live here, I am actually having a talk, okay, with a old friend of mine. So she is actually going through her cancer journey, and I'm thinking like sometimes as a friend we really there's nothing much that we can do. Okay, so but I really love her spirit, and I love the way that she battling it. No, I won't say battling. Okay, so I love the ways that how she's taking it, and then how she's facing it. Okay, so and I'm sure many out there, there are some of you might come on this video here, and I hope that her sharing, if you are walking the same journey like her, and I hope that her sharing will able give you some um, to give you some hope or bring you some help. Okay. Hi, Pauline. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, let me get her in. Okay. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, hi everyone. How many of you are
Okay.
out there?
Ah,
How many people?
now I can see one eye only.
It's okay. One
Uh,
is
yeah,
also, if
yeah.
I'm able to help, yeah, one is
Mm,
enough already. Not,
yes.
yeah.
So we have one here, Pauline. Pauline is watching here, and then I'm sure later, sometimes after the live, then will be others who are watching after live. But of course, Lisa, let me before Lisa share, okay? I share a little bit of my relationship with her, okay? And she's an old friend, a very old friend. She sat next to me during school days.
Mm,
Okay, so
yes.
she's my secondary schoolmate. Okay, hi Evelyn. Okay, good day to you. Then she's my classmate, and then later on when we finish our high school, and we had the same dream at then. Okay, so as an interior designer. Okay, but she completed it and I didn't. Okay. Yeah, and she completed it, and later on she actually qualified as an architect as well. Okay, so yeah, she's the one that she's always follow her dream, and then making sure that she achieved what she want. And of course, during her journey, her this cancer journey. It was diagnosed, and then recovered, and then relapsed, and then she's going on now. So all in all, Lisa, how long is that whole journey now? From the first time diagnosed, recovered, relapsed, and now, how long is it, the whole journey?
The cancer started without me knowing, right? It
Mhm.
was 2012. Then I
Oh, so it's
discovered,
exactly 10 years.
yeah. So
Mm,
2012, I was having bleeding um,
mm,
uh, at my breast, you know. So
mm,
then
mm,
I didn't know it was any issue. So I had the doctor to give me some cream, right? So
mm,
that was
mm,
2012, right? And then I was only diagnosed cancer, breast cancer, 2013, which is the Chinese New Year Eve. And then, that time, my daughter was with me, and then we went to the hospital and got some results. And when the doctor said that you are having cancer, I was also, what? I'm like, cancer? You mean me? At first I was stunned, Then after that, the doctor actually called me into the room, the room, and away from my daughter, and told me, you have breast cancer, and it's already it was I was already only stage 0. There's a stage 0. So then, should I start the journey, telling about the journey now? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So then it was 2013, and then at that time I was working. I was still working, and then having a good time at my work, and then I was also so-called partying and having a good time, because at that time I was already free from school, and then I'm independent, and I'm a graduate, and then I'm out to have fun, and I work till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock at night, and then I would sleep in the office, and then out to work again. So then I was also diving and having a lot of sports, and doing a lot of outdoor.
At the peak of your
Yeah.
time of your life, actually,
Yeah, I was the peak of my life, and then everything was like just so perfect, so perfect, So that was 2013, right? So when I was diagnosed, the doctors have to do a biopsy on my breast. Then after the biopsy, I was having stage 2 cancer already. Means from the surface of the breast, it went into the inner part of the breast. So
But at first, because you were sorry, Lisa, because at first you were saying that when the doctor first told you was stage 0, so then after the biopsy is stage 2 already. Is it?
yes, yeah, because it went out of the gland, and then went into, means it spread out of the gland into my entire right breast, right? So then at that time, at one point, I was actually quite shocked. I was very, very shocked, because how can it be me? I'm having a lot of fun, now. So then I had to sort of do a lot of changes in my life. I have to change a lot, like I was told I have to, stay out of sugar. I have to stay out of certain food I shouldn't eat. But I'm a food lover, I love to eat. So then initially I was a little bit, for the first 3-4 months, I was a little stressed about my cancer. And then, but of course, I have a job. Then it has put me away from worrying about, what I should eat and what I should not eat. But then I also went and eat whatever I want to eat. But I also adjust my diet, a little bit of everything, but not you don't eat all, you just eat a little bit here and there, right? So it was feeling better. I think the food made me felt better. So my job also made me felt better because I had a job, you know. So when I was diagnosed stage 2, the doctor actually told me that, okay, you have to go through chemotherapy and you have to go through radiotherapy. So at that time I don't know, I'm not sure what is chemotherapy or even radiotherapy. So I just went with the flow of the doctor. But I did ask one question when my brother and my mom was with me in the hospital, in the clinic. I did ask, we asked, we said, okay, it's cancer, but how much would it be, to do the entire course of chemo and radiotherapy. And I also had to do a mastectomy, right, on my breast, the right breast. So then the doctor said it's around maybe about 200,000. So my brother and my mom and me, we were like, our jaw just dropped, 200,000, you mean it's 6 figures, but those days I don't even earn that figure. So then but my brother said that, you and then the doctor said that you can go to a government hospital or you can stay here in a private hospital. But that time it was very new, so my mom, my brother, they were saying that no, you go to the best, stay in private hospital and get well. But at that time we don't know how are we going to pay that. My brother just said we just step by step and handle it. So when I walked out of the hospital, the clinic, I remembered I had insurance, and it was bought maybe a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, when I was interior designer, before I went ahead and graduate as a architect. So then I bought, in fact, the person who sold me the insurance was Charmaine, this friend of mine.
Me.
And then, yeah. Yeah. So then I sort of like, oh wow, I have insurance here. So I checked it out. It was able to cover the entire, and together with office insurance, I was still working. So a little bit of here and a little bit of there, I was able to go through that journey of the breast cancer, the chemo, and also radiotherapy. But during that 1 year, I until about 2014, right? 2014, I start to recover, right? But I didn't stop work because I always felt that the working part is the one that distract me from thinking too much, and worrying about this and that, So I was tired. I took a few days off after chemo, but then after that I was back to work, and then when I come back for chemo, and then after that I took a few days off, and then I was back to work again. So, but of course, my colleagues was very empathizing. They helped me around, and then to a point where I had to go for bomba inspection, right? But my hair was falling. I had to
Mm.
I had to actually hold my movement, my head, so that it doesn't fall off the hair. But then, but it was a great journey because I felt that
Mm.
um, I was still able to do some work, you know.
Mm.
So, but I learned during the first year of uh, 2013 to 2014, I actually learned that um, I should take care of my health and take care of my daily diet, because when I was playing and partying, I never thought that um, some sickness like cancer would hit me, you know. So, but when I got this cancer for the first time, I felt I by sleeping early and resting more and not so stressful, and also my diet, I felt that I feel good because it's like I felt like a newborn baby, you know. So I felt that it's okay, Yeah, I felt it was okay, Then I recovered
Because
2000.
I remembered after you recovered, I mean when we meet up, all those you were, yeah, you were very energetic, okay? So you were like, 真係 it's like wow, nothing happened before, so
Yeah,
uh
I was
yeah, actually.
actually wearing wig, and nobody knew. Even the developers that go for meetings, and then people I see, the authorities, nobody knew that I was sick. I just absent a few days, which disappear for a few days, and then on days that I don't have meetings, and then when there's meeting, I attend. But that was actually my driving force, that I could still do things, you know. So I recovered 2014 towards the end, and then I um, I continue my work lah, So then I was having fun as well, working, and then I do enjoy my work. So then 2017. Was it 2017? Yeah. 2017, at the beginning of the year, I I had this numbness on the tip of my fingers. Then I felt that there's something wrong on my right hand, that slowly after 1 or 2 months, beginning of the year, and then after 1 or 2 months, I begin to unable to write, because being an architect, I have to draw, So I'm the old generation architect where I don't use the computer. I draw, I sketch. So I couldn't sketch and I couldn't draw anymore. So I panicked. So I went to see a doctor. And doctor was saying that, oh, because you went through chemotherapy, you went through operation mastectomy, and during mastectomy, they took out lymph nodes, and I was already stage 3 because it has spread to lymph nodes. So then, but they took out 7 or 8 lymph nodes that is infected by cancer. So then they actually the doctor told me, the oncologist told me that don't worry about it, it's just because your arms are just a little bit sore, and it's just because of your mastectomy operation, and then because of the lymph nodes removal. So then I went on, working, and I was still traveling, to many states to work. So then towards the end of 2017, I went to another state, and then and I was having meetings and having to work there, and I actually literally fell down the staircase. I fell down the staircase, and then at that moment, my right side was paralyzed for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I could actually, basically, I had to leave my right leg, like a piece of dead meat, right, with my 2 hands, So that time, of course, I was afraid. I was afraid. And then I was sent to the hospital. And then hospital, they because I was in Sarawak, so they wouldn't release me until they scan my head, because they were afraid that it's a stroke or some other cause that I got paralyzed for a little while, so a short while. So then they tested my head, but I told them, I said, please don't tell me any news. I don't want to know. I'm not at home, and I'm not in the hospital. Don't tell me anything. I the only thing I could think of is I call my brother and tell my brother what is happening. So because my brother and sisters, they are all in Australia, so I called them, and then my brother actually literally flew back the next day, and then and we went in to see. I came back to Malaysia, and I went into the hospital and had a thorough scan on my entire body, including my head, because the doctor in Sarawak actually wrote a letter telling what is wrong with me. I brought the letter back, but I didn't open it. I was really dead scared, Yeah. So then when the doctor here saw me, he said, I have a tumor in my head, and 2 little ones, a big one which is the size of a ping pong ball, right, and 2 small ones that's in my head. So actually I have to thank this doctor. He and there was a vein that actually went through that big tumor. So he took a month he took a month to actually plan for the surgery.
The surgery.
And that, the surgery. And then at that time, I was really suffering. I couldn't walk a lot. And then my body was getting weak, And then, but the doctor did tell me, if, because there's a vein going through, then I could be unable to walk after the surgery. So I went through the surgery, and thank God, thanks to the doctors, thanks to really, I felt that, I felt that God was with me, because when I came out from the surgery, I was in ICU for a week. So at that time, I was already recovering very well, So every day I open my eyes, I thank God that, you are with me, He's with me, and He's protecting me, and He wants me to live. So I'm well now. So I shouldn't ask why am I sick, because I'm well, I'm good. So then I recovered, and then, in fact, I have many friends that came and see me, and then to a point where, because during the surgery, the doctor won't, bald your whole head. They only bald one section only, just for the surgery, and my hair was like, really, I tell you, it's like, like like mad monkey with one patch there, a lobang there, a hole there. So
Sorry, I think that we said, we were in the hospital, right? I think, and
yeah,
then we took
yeah,
a pictures, and
yeah.
so happened that,
You were in the
from there
hospital.
we
Yeah, you
yeah,
were
and
in the
then from there we
hospital.
know that, Dr. Victor as well, because
Yes, yes.
he did surgery for you. So
Yeah, he did the breast surgery together with Dr. Yip. So
mm,
so so uh, then yeah, Charmaine was in the hospital, and she took a very nice photo of me. There's a very nice photo. And then I had another friend, which is also our old time schoolmates, right? She
mm,
she came, and just in the hospital itself, she cut off all my hair and bald my hair, the whole thing, and even draw a little
yeah.
twirling circle on my head, and then saying that it's very nice. So that
Yeah.
time, that time I was already the second time of being bald, so I was no issue. I'm okay, I bought, this is my second time already, so I have no issue about ball. So then this time I didn't even buy a wig,
Buy a wig, yeah.
so yeah, I didn't even buy a wig. I just wear a cap and out of the hospital and going everywhere. So I was still working. After that, I recovered. After a few months of the surgery, I recovered. I went back to work. So, but unfortunately, right, after 2000, the surgery was at 2017, end of the year, and I recovered for a year, also doing chemo and everything, and gamma knife as well. I did gamma knife, and then and there was also cancer spread to my spine, and then it was also removed, um, radiotherapy, and then there was on my liver, so also removed, you know. So I was okay, clear, head to toe for until 2018, right?
So you
So
were you basically your cancer was like breast, head, lymph node, spine, and liver.
yes, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
Actually, not lymph node yet, not lymph node yet. So then,
mm.
2000, uh, end of 2013, 2018, the the we discovered the doctors check me, and then every month, every 3 weeks scan, and every 3 months scan, and then the cancer um, became got very very bad in my head. It was all at the brain liner, you know, the water that divides the scalp and the brain. So it was all inside there that cannot be count how many inside anymore. But I cannot use gamma knife anymore. So I had to do a radiotherapy again on my head, you know. Oh, no, no, no. At that time, I was taking a very, very heavy drugs, a very, very heavy drugs, a new drugs. I didn't do any radiotherapy or anything on the head at that time because my brain just did an operation. So then I had a very heavy chemo drugs again, and I recovered again. My head, my brain liner, everything was gone. The drugs, you know. So then move on. Then I moved on. I was still working, and then to 2019. Yeah, 2019. Um, uh, I had to. I had to take. I had to 2019. Um, I think about October or November, it came back again, you know, and then it was on my head again, and then it was a little bit here and there in the brain, but liner that's okay, you know, touch wood, you know. God, I think I've been blessed by God a lot of times, and then so thankful. So then in my head there were a few, you know. So then the doctor decided to do a radiotherapy on my head because they can't. Initially, they were thinking of gamma knife to laser spots, you know, but then there were too many, so they had to radiotherapy my entire head until they just have to block the center part, which is the memory part. They don't laser. They don't laser. They didn't do the radiotherapy on the center part, the memory, but they basically burn the entire head. You know, for I
Mm.
think
It is that
10 times.
that surgery actually this surgery this 10 times surgery uh for
It was
as of now
radiotherapy.
actually
It was a
uh,
radiotherapy. It wasn't a radiotherapy, head radiotherapy. It wasn't a surgery because the head is very fragile. Once you open it, you do operation once only. You cannot open the second time. So there's no way they can open another time and take those out. And they were all very small as well. They're growing. But so they have to radiotherapy the whole head, right? So that 10 times I basically really groggy and then giddy, for 10 days. So then I started new drugs that is a long-term drugs, So then on, I think when there was COVID time, 2020, I was also going to the hospital every 3 weeks to do treatment, having drugs and targeted drugs treatment. So until today, I'm still doing this. It comes and go and comes and go. So when you scan and then everything is clear, for 6 months, and then after that, it comes back again. So what I can advise, I can actually feel, or maybe my that throughout these 10 years of journey, right, until today, which I did my treatment yesterday, I felt that once there was one doctor told me, my surgery doctor told me, my brain surgeon told me, he said that anybody could get cancer. So he could also get cancer. But he told me, he said that the oncologist that you need to have, you have to have these 3 qualities. One is willing to listen and explain to you. Number one. And then secondly is willing to understand you, how you're feeling, right? And go along with you, right? The most important third one is, he said that the oncologist has to be innovative, because he has to be a person he reads a lot and know every time there's a drug available, right? So thank God, until today, after so many years, my oncologist has never said he gives up, even to the extent I remember many times when I have downtime, I would say, "Ayo, I don't want to do it anymore." I'm running out in circles and then running in circles and circles and circles. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I don't want to do it anymore. But he never give up. He will, because our body is very, God created our body very wonderfully. Our body is very adaptable, So when a drug's used too many times, your body will get used to that drugs. Yeah. So when you get used to a drugs, you need a doctor to be able to give you another drug, and never give up, So I'm very thankful that my doctor tells me that I never in his words telling me, the only thing he will say that Ayo, can you please not worry, go and play your tennis, go and swim, and then go and enjoy your life. Stop worrying, that's all, go and eat whatever you want. And then I say that I want to eat a little bit of sugar. Then he also said, go ahead. Then I said by myself, I said that, but I eat a little bit lah. Then he will say that, yeah, everybody should eat a little bit. Nobody is asking you to eat a lot, So you're supposed to manage your diet, right, and not starve yourself with food that you're craving for. The thing is, I learned also throughout my years, if you crave long enough, you will really want to eat a lot. So if that moment you crave for something, right, you take a bite or two, just to taste it, you won't have that craving anymore. Just like when I go with my daughters, I ate ice cream until today. They have 2 scoop, big scoop, inside scoop, but I would take 2 spoon, and then after that I would feel that, okay, sufficient is good enough, so
So actually, what you were sorry, you were like what you're saying, like to your journey here. I think one very key person is your doctors. Okay, so you must have a
yeah,
doctors who is willing to, like, that really, like, okay, we do this together. So
yes,
instead of,
yes,
like, of course,
my
I'm sure
even
some
my
doctors,
surgeon,
yeah.
yeah, even my
Mm,
surgeon, because I'm a very proactive and very active and want to know what is happening.
mm.
So my surgeon,
My
my
surgeon.
gamma knife doctor, and then my oncologist doctor would discuss with me. It's like even like both doctors discussing. What is the cure or the solution for this patient. They will bring me to the computer room, and then they will show me, okay, there's this spot of especially my oncologist and also radiotherapy doctors. They will tell me there's this spot here, there's this spot here, and then we are trying it. We are looking at all these spots, and then how we're going to laser it, and then at the end of the day, they come and tell me that, hey, we cannot laser one by one because there's too many. So is it okay? We have to put you through radiotherapy, because even the surgeon that's going to open my head, I would Google. I'm part of the entire um, uh,
You were in the
surgery.
discussion.
Yeah, I was in
You
the
were in the
discussion,
discussion
you
and
know.
solution.
Yeah, and then whenever I come out from the doctor's, the surgeon's office, his clinic, everybody will be looking. Hey, why is she laughing? But I actually had a good conversation with the doctor, because they will explain to me. They would explain to me what is happening, and then I want to know. My drugs and all those that I'm taking, I would take out the name and I Google about it. So I'm not leave unknown. I always know what is going to happen next. I'm always part of even the drugs. I will Google the side effects, and they will have to tell me exactly what is the side effects. So when I have the side effects, right, I will say that, oh, okay, means the drugs is working. If not, then okay, how do I counter these side effects? Okay, maybe I rest more, or how do I manage it? I will try to manage it, so that I can still have a life. I can still play tennis. I can still play,
Uh,
you know.
I want to ask you, like, because many there might be some audience, after when they watch this, and they probably they are going through the same thing, same journey as you. Okay, so if let's say, of course, because you are now still working on it. Okay, so what do you think that, is there anything you think that you can give them some encouragement, is like, because you are considered, for such a long journey. Okay, you are considered an expert in it. Okay, uh, uh how do you cope your emotions, how on all this. I'm sure you have many ups and downs. Okay, or maybe moments, or many nights, like, or maybe day, you are crying alone, or
Yeah.
so how did you cope on this?
Okay, there's definitely ups and downs because the drugs itself will make you very down. It will make you feel like you don't want to move and you don't want to do anything anymore. And then, why are you still here? And all this, I at many times. And then to a point, a lot of times, I would also tell myself, "Hey, maybe I should go and see a cancer support team." But then when I get up, I would realize, it's not that bad also. Because when I'm lying down, it feels very horrible that I'm not doing anything. But when I get up and do something, right, I felt that, okay, I'm productive. I'm still able to do things. But my hands, because of the surgery on my head, my hands, my right hand and my right leg is very weak. So my right hand to today, I can't hold chopsticks and also write. Then I use my left hand, you know. So I practice writing left hand, right? And I'm holding chopsticks with right hands. Yeah. So I'm productive. I won't feel that I am. Why am I still here? You know. It's so tiring. So I would, days I would when I feel very, very down, I talk to friends, you know, and sometimes I even go out and with my friends, have tea and chit chat, and then everything will be fine, you know. And then yeah, because cancer journey is a very, very, very long journey, you know. And doctor also say that they are prolonging my life because my stage is my cancer is very, very, very active, you know, and deadly, you know. So they can only prolong my life. So prolonging my life means I'm running on the roundabout, keep running and keep running and keep running, right? And you don't know when to stop. You don't know when you dare to stop, you know. Many times I would tell myself, should I stop? But then think about it, I have no reason to stop, you know. And one advice I hope I can help you to motivate cancer survivors is me when I go see I always tell myself I live for myself. Yeah, I live because I want to live, and I live because I still enjoy my life, and then I live because I still enjoy my family. I still enjoy everybody around me, my friends, and I live for myself, right? Because I always believe if you live for someone else, yeah, if that person betray you or disappoint you, you will say, what's the point of living? And you will go. You
Yep,
just let
correct.
go. Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. So you live for yourself. You want to live, you live it for yourself. I would say that, okay, I go for a holiday when I feel very bad, very down. I will go for a holiday, you know. So yeah, I would say. But the other one is your doctor has to be innovative, and never give up on you, because he is the one that is going to be pulling you along, right? Once he gives up, you will be going down, you know. That's how, because I did one time went to a government hospital because I'm running out of funds. And then I went to a government hospital. They tested me and they told me, you come here, I have no guarantee, and we don't have the drugs for you. They told me, when you come here, there's no doctor is going to see you all the time. There's no one doctor will see you all the time. It will be a different doctor. Then, and they don't have the drugs for you, for me. And then the other one was, he said that you come here, no guarantee. When she said that, I look at her, my goosebumps all rise up, because, you know, you no guarantee, then how am I going to guarantee? You know, because I'm the patient, So,
But I think,
yeah,
for all the doctors or what, they is very hard for them to say that something which is guaranteed. But on the other
yeah,
side, you as a patient, you are hoping to hear something that hopeful. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, hopeful, but it's either you don't say it all, you don't say that no guarantee, you know, that was
But I
really,
think they have to say it, so they have to say it. If so far, I think for all the doctors, anything that they say, they will need to say this.
she actually, I understand. No guarantee means there's no that kind of drugs in the government hospital for you, and the drugs are not cheap, you know. Government hospital, you will never be able to get expensive drugs, So that's
And
why
yeah,
that's why she said, no guarantee.
yeah, Lisa, I want because I think, of course, one of the main concern to many is like also uh like just now you said some drugs are expensive, so and for you, like, this can be sensitive. Okay, it's okay that you can choose not to answer, but how much roughly, that you have spent for this whole, since 2013 until now, 2012,
A lot,
2013,
a
yeah,
lot,
until now.
a lot, a lot.
Mm, mm,
You know, um, at least about 500,000. You know,
mm.
500,000. But of course, uh, 500,000 actually is maybe including a little bit from office insurance and my own insurance. Yeah. So the journey of surviving cancer, you have to be prepared to have a good management of your financial,
Finances.
finances.
Yeah.
You have to have good management of your finances. Yeah. You have to know, yeah, and then a little bit of sometimes you just have to negotiate with the hospital Yeah,
So the
you,
bills can be negotiated lah, huh? Oh,
the
so
bills
can talk to them lah,
can,
huh?
yeah, okay, there are hospitals that doctors won't charge you also, right, for their consultation. And then there are hospitals where there are doctors that also able to get some finance for you to help you. There are many types of doctors also to, if you meet a good one, yeah, like me, I have a good doctor, and then for so many years, I trust him. Sometimes you got to trust the doctor also and believe in him. So like you believe and trust God is protecting me or you, all of us, and also God is giving him advice, the doctor advice, and telling him, what I need. So you got to trust God talking to him, the doctor as well. So whenever I go in for any surgery or therapies and things like that, I would always say that, God, you please you know hold the doctor's hand to do whatever he can, to save me, things like that. So so believing and trusting you must believe and trust on something.
The faith, your strong faith is actually one of the main pillar that
Yes, yes,
keeps you
yeah,
strong, through all these years. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm actually very thankful because until today I'm still able to drive. And then without
That's why
my right
actually this
hand,
is the part, Lisa. This is the part that why I want you to be here is that because throughout this, you my what you are giving me the the feelings, okay, is that I truly respect your spirit, that that you never give up, okay. And every time when you tell me, like that, when you say that, oh, your head has feel, or so many uncomfortable, and then don't know how many. Every time when I hear that, when I heard that, I was like, oh, this time gonna be so serious. But after a while, then you say, oh, it disappeared. you know, so many times, and it's like,
yeah,
so in a way, okay, in a way, it makes me feel hopeful also. Now, like, sometimes when I hear someone that who has had cancer, then I will in a way tell that, oh, like because of you, someone, if let's say have, I wouldn't say, those that who are having cancer, then you are lucky, no, it's not, okay. It's just that I will relate to your case where it is possible. Yes. Yeah,
yeah,
that is the
it's
word.
always, yeah, it's always this miracle in small ways So
Mm.
so yeah, yeah, I am I feel that I'm already very blessed, you know, living until today, and also sometimes when I'm still able to wash plates, I'm like washing, laughing, and I can still wash a plate. I can still, like my daughter going to school, I can still sew her badge. So I will jump up and be very, very thankful that I can still do that. You know, I think a lot of people take for granted that you can write, you can wash a plate, and then why I want to wash the plate and things like that, but for people like having a sickness, right? I would say if you could do something that you shouldn't be able to do, you are very thankful already. It
I
shouldn't be.
totally
You
agree with you.
yeah,
Yes.
you shouldn't be 忙张 and
Mm,
feeling frustrated why I
mm,
cannot do it.
mm,
But you try again
yeah.
and again, and then you can do it. You are being it's like my left hand. I write, but initially I couldn't write that time. Both hand I couldn't
Mm,
write. When I went on a holiday, I was feeling very frustrated. I can't even fill in the form myself, and then people are looking at me and telling me that, hey, I can't read your writing, because I was trying very hard on my right hand. Then I decided that, okay, why don't I try on my left hand? Then I practice, yeah, and then using chopstick, the same thing. I love using chopsticks to use. I'm really a typical Chinese um, uh,
I love
eating with
chopsticks too.
chopstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to use that chopstick to pick up little rice and things like that to eat,
Mm,
small bites and things like that. So
mm,
I was not able to use my right hand was a very frustrating thing, you know. So I couldn't draw a straight line. My lines are very, very straight on yeah, but I couldn't draw. So I practiced, with my left hand. But now I could write, right? I won't feel so stressed and frustrating about, a lot of things. So
okay.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of I think
Because mm,
yeah,
sorry,
instead
because
of
our
being
time is like 1 hour already. Okay, so instead of
okay,
a
okay.
30 minute. Okay.
Okay. So
Uh,
sorry.
yeah.
I took a
It's
lot of
okay. It's
time.
okay. No, because your sharing is, I also I'm sure many wants to hear more. Okay, and I'm truly grateful that you are here, willingly and openly to share about your journey, okay? And we can always have another time, okay? I'm sure you have many things that you can share with others, and also, uh, your left hand that you are training now, who knows, one day you can sign on your left hand now, okay? Oh,
I
never know,
can.
ma,
I
huh?
can sign
Yeah.
on my left. Yeah, I
Oh,
can sign.
yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Because
Oh,
I was told signature can change ma. So your signature doesn't have
yeah
to
lor.
be
Oh,
the
oh,
same signature that is on you use on your right hand.
mm,
So I sign
mm,
wherever
mm,
however I want to sign on my left hand.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Okay,
So a
good.
lot of
So,
blessing, a lot of blessing
yeah,
and a lot of
I
you know, yeah.
definitely your strong will, your strong willpower is actually also one of the main contributor. Okay, because if not otherwise, because rarely and seldom, that I hear you complain about anything. Okay, throughout this so many years here, you always now is considered your softest voice. Okay, otherwise,
Yeah.
I think if you can speak a little bit louder with more energy, I think yeah, you already shut the whole room
I think
already.
I think
Okay.
the new drug now that I'm taking is
Mm,
I'm getting a little bit tired. Yeah,
mm, mm,
yeah, a
okay.
little bit tired with the drug, but
Mm,
nevertheless, I am still trying my best to manage the drug now, to
mm.
manage the drug so that I can still go and play.
Okay, make the
Yeah,
drugs listen to you. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think I'm not taking much of your time. Okay, and our thanks, really thank you. So we will arrange, okay? So see, if you have more to share. I'm
One more
sure
question.
while you are walking the journeys, so there are many, okay, who are going through this now. So it will be great that you're able to like walk with them together, okay? And of course, friends, like if you have any questions, you can always drop at the comment box. So if I collected all any questions or whatever, then I will discuss with Liza. So then maybe Liza can come up again and share with us. Oh, Liza, kita mo.
Can, but today
Ah,
I can take one question also lah. Yeah,
more 暫時冇人問
because
喎。
uh,
So usually maybe some they are shy, so and some they like, because just now, even though myself I was like listen attentively, okay, so I can't even think of any question also, because the whole thing 有時你啲咁樣講起嚟嘅時候，excuse me, because when
but
I talk to Lisa,
I also hope that I didn't offend anybody, right? With what
no, I don't
I've
think
said,
so. No,
yeah.
no, no.
So
No lah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So
okay, all right.
take
Mm.
care, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so of course, good health to you, okay, and then speedy recovery, smooth recovery, and to any friends, anyone that who is watching this, if you are going through the same journey now, same goals, okay. Wishing you speedy recovery, and wishing you all the best, okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
we
Okay.
leave you all here,
Thank
okay.
you.
Bye.
Bye. God bless.